Hi guys, to help promote the message that activity is good for your health, young and impressive models can sometimes be used. The problem is though, the original message of activity is good for your health can get lost behind the notion that exercise is all about fulfilling an image. Here's two guys I know to help explain this a little more.
Welcome to Man vs. Man. Today we have Jed, a 20-year-old rowing athlete, versus Sam, a 36-year-old family man.
Quite frankly, Bob, a crazy combination. It's like comparing apples with oranges.
Maybe so, Gary. But first off, we have Jed, as mentioned, age 20, standing at 6'2", and weighing a race-ready 90 kilos.
Well then, let's roll the tape.
And what's entailed? What are we doing at the moment?
At the moment, the coaches have us training 20 to 25 hours a week.
Can we break down what that training is?
5 mornings a week, so we're rowing about 20 to 35 kilometres over 1 or 2 sessions, depending on the day. In the evenings, Monday, Wednesday and Fridays, we're in the weights room for probably about an hour and a half, and Tuesdays and Thursdays we are on the ergos.
With that sort of training and intensity, I guess there's a fair bit of food involved with that?
Yes, we are told that we're meant to be eating 20 to 25,000 kilojoules a day to maintain our weight.
Yeah. It's a lot of food. How'd you go getting all that in?
I struggle, so I have to take a lot of my calories also in with fluids.
Okay, away from training, what else have we got going on?
I'm studying full-time at Adelaide University, doing engineering. Probably about 20 hours a week, so that takes up the middle part of my day.
How does that happen, like living-wise?
Very fortunate that my parents are very supportive in regards to my rowing, so they are able to financially support me and put a roof over my head and put food in front of me.
The level of training you're doing in the studying really comes down to support.
Without them, none of this would be at all close to be possible, so I'm very thankful for them for that.
Boy oh boy, that lad trains hard.
For the people at home, 25,000 kilojoules is over double the daily recommendation for a male.
Well, that's the apple. As for the orange?
He's Sam, a 36-year-old family man, stands at a comparable 6'1" and nudging 78 kilos.
Well, let's see what he's up to then.
So Sam, how do you fit activity into your life?
Well, I live in a hilly suburb, so if the weather's okay, I try and ride to and from work. Try to fit in a gym session if I can, but also just being with the kids, like being in the garden, doing things with them, taking them to the park, wherever I can fit in something that involves activity, I do that.
So you're using your commuting time to fit activity into your life?
For sure, I'm really time poor at the moment. Season of life that I'm in with the kids is a big deal, so it's a massive thing at the moment.
You touched on your home life there.
Yeah, well, my wife and I have 4 kids under 7, and we homeschool, and my wife also works from home, so there is a lot going on from day to day with extracurricular stuff with the kids, whether it be ballet lessons or language lessons, swimming lessons, things like that.
So does eating play any part in trying to stay healthy?
You know, you're not involved in sport as much, you're not being able to go for a surf 2-3 times a week because you don't have the time, so you can't eat what you used to be able to eat without it affecting you.
When you're being active, what's the actual goal?
The goal really is to stay as healthy as I can, be active to be able to keep up with the kids as they're getting older and more interested in sport, de-stress, and I guess there's a bit of burning off the wife's cooking in there as well.
A clever and classic move there by the family man.
Yes, Bob. Sneaking some activity into the commute is indeed an all-time classic for the time poor.
Well, there you have it, folks. 2 men being active at different times of their lives.
As I mentioned, Bob, apples versus oranges.
Well, there you go. Basically, the risk is wanting a Jed the athlete-like body with the time limitations of family man Sam. Now, I know we all want to look as good as we possibly can, but why not take some pressure off yourself and set some activity goals based around improving your quality of life? I'm David for Positive Change Personal Training, encouraging you to be active beyond the short term.